Before we start, make sure that you have the correct cleaners for the specific parts. A mass airflow sensor would need a mass airflow sensor cleaner. Same thing with a throttle body. You need a throttle body air intake cleaner. Using the wrong cleaners for the specific parts can result in damaging the equipment. So make sure you use the correct ones. Hello and welcome to How to Helen, where you learn something different every day. In this episode, we will be cleaning the air intake system of this 2002 Chrysler PT Cruiser. What we will be doing is replacing the engine air filter, cleaning the mass airflow sensor, and cleaning the throttle body. Now, a restriction in the air intake system can result in loss of power and poor gas mileage. Let's start with the mass airflow sensor. Remove the connector for the mass airflow sensor. Slide the red tab away from the body, then press the button at the back to release it. Using a flathead screwdriver, loosen the two hose clamps so we can remove the tube. Now, pull out the tube. Here is the mass airflow sensor. We don't need to remove it from the tube. Let me see if my camera can focus on it. There you see it inside the tube. So what we'll do now is spray the mass airflow sensor inside the tube with mass airflow sensor cleaner. Spray on both sides. So after spraying, let it air dry. Make sure you use the mass airflow sensor cleaner and don't mix it with the other one. Next, we're gonna clean the throttle body and the butterfly inside the throttle body. Now, outside of the throttle body, there's a spring and cable that is holding it to close. What I'm gonna do is use an open wrench to hold the butterfly open while we clean it. Make sure it's secured. Now with a throttle body cleaner and a blue rag, I'm gonna spray some cleaner on the rag and wipe it around the throttle body and the butterfly. See how dirty the rag is getting. Make sure you clean around the area where the throttle body is meeting the butterfly, because that's where the most dirt is holding the butterfly open even though it has to be closed. Now that we got most of the dirt out, I'm just gonna spray some throttle body cleaner directly to the throttle body. After spraying, wipe it out again with a rag. Now remove the wrench to release the butterfly. Now let's replace the engine air filter. The engine air filter is underneath this cover. To remove this cover, there's two clips on the side. Just release them. Now raise it up a little bit, then slide it backwards to release the tabs. These are the tabs that you need to release it from. Here's the engine air filter. Make sure you see the orientation of it with a filter at the bottom and the rubber is facing upward. Here's a side-by-side comparison of the old engine filter and the new engine air filter. Now before putting the new engine air filter in, Put the date today on the side of the air filter. That way you at least have a reference on when you last replaced it. Now let's put in the new air engine filter. Now let's put in the top of the air box. Make sure that the tabs at the back slots in on the back of the air box. Slide it in, then push it down. Then don't forget to put the clips on the side. Before putting in the tube with a mass airflow sensor in it, make sure that the mass airflow sensor is completely dry. When it is, slide it back in its position. Tighten the two hose clamps. Reconnect the connector and lock in the security tab. And then you're done. And that is how you replace the engine air filter, clean the mass airflow sensor, and clean the throttle body of this 2002 Chrysler PT Cruiser. This has been another episode of How to Helen. My name's RJeff, and thank you for watching. What we will be doing is replacing the engine air filter, cleaning the mass airflow sensor. In this episode, we will be servicing. In this episode, we will be servicing. What we will be doing is replacing the air engine air filter. A dirty air intake system can result in poor gas mileage and poor engine. Having a dirty air intake system can result in poor. What we will be doing is replacing the engine air filter. What we will be doing is replacing the engine air filter. Hello and welcome to How to Helen air intake system, engine air filter. In this episode, we will be servicing the air intake system. Poor gas mileage and under power, and poor engine power, bad and loss of engine power. We will be cleaning the air intake system of this 2002 Chrysler PT. In this episode, we will be cleaning the air intake system of this 2002 Chrysler PT Cruiser. What we will be doing. Before we start, make sure you have the correct parts cleaners. Before we start, make sure that you have the correct cleaners for the specific. A mass airflow sensor would need a mass airflow. Before we start, make sure that and a throttle body would need a throttle. Let's start with the mass airflow sensor. Remove the connector on the mass flow. Use an open wrench to hold the cables in open position. Pull it. There are two clips on the side. Slide them out to release them. The engine air filter is underneath this air filter cover. To remove this air, now let's replace the engine air filter. The engine air, then press it down and put back the clip and put back the clips on the side. Make sure that the tabs at the back slides in at the back of the top of the. Now let's put in the tab. cleaning the mass airflow sensor, and cleaning the throttle body. Throttle body. Throttle body. Throttle body. Yeah. Huh.